What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Rent Check. Sorry, it's been a minute. It's been like 3 weeks. Doesn't it feel like? I feel like it's
It does feel like it's been like 3 weeks, but it's only been a couple.
It's all right. We you had finals. It's the holidays. Like, look, give us a break. I know you wanted us back. I get it. We get it. All right, we're back and we're here for the people. Ashley, so big win yesterday. The Eagles are going for a playoff run here. I was super impressed. I don't know about you. I was super impressed by the way Jalen Hurts played yesterday. First quarter, not so great. But after that, the way he responded to Sirianni kind of like chewing him out a little bit, we saw that in the first quarter. I think it was after that fumble that was recovered by Washington. He played a great game and a great game plan by Sirianni. The best game plan I've ever seen him have so far in his career thus far as a head coach. Ashley, I know you've got a little bit of a debacle here about Minshew and Hurts still, though. Can you explain this?
Not necessarily a debacle. I just come to, in my holly jolly, in my little Santa Claus hat, in my merry mood, just to come to bring good tidings to Eagles fans, to tell them that you should have never called for Gardner Minshew in the first place. That is what it is. Gardner Minshew was just in there to cover to help us out against the Jets because Jalen Hurts was injured. Robert Saleh did not have a great game plan for Gardner Minshew. That's why Gardner Minshew was able to light up the Jets defense. Yes, Jalen Hurts in the first quarter looked terrible, but you have to be patient. I get it. You want to go down the field and torch Washington. You don't want the fourth string players, somebody that got signed off with the streak 4 days ago, coming to your house and look like they're like the best thing since sliced bread. However, this is a 4-quarter game. This is a 60-minute game. And if we take Jalen Hurts out and we put in Gardner Minshew, we don't get that touchdown throw to Greg Ward. We don't get that another pass to Greg Ward, which is absolutely a bomb. We don't get Sanders involved in the play action. We don't get Jalen Hurts running and getting touchdowns. He now has 10 rushing touchdowns. He's so vital to the rushing attack. And you saw it last night. I don't know what else to tell you. Jalen is a good quarterback. Jalen helps his team a lot, so much. And I think we need to stop with the whole Gardner versus Jalen noise. It's clearly both offenses can work with both quarterbacks, but clearly Jalen has set up this team for success several times, and he did again last night. So I am in a very holly, jolly mood.
Yeah,
and
Ashley,
bring the tidings.
I'm totally with you. Honestly, I can't even think of anything to do. And I'm with you. Minshew just came in to do what he did, do what he had to do. He's a backup quarterback. He did what he had to do, and he's probably one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. And he did what he had to do against the Jets. That doesn't mean anything that he needs to be the starting quarterback going forward. We saw last night what it means to have Jalen Hurts as the quarterback for this team right now, for them to have their best recipe for success. That's running the ball, how Miles Sanders had yesterday, and Jordan Howard as well, to go along with Hurts and his mobility. And Minshew's not making that throw like Hurts did to Greg Ward, because Hurts used his legs as a part of that to get to that pass, to even put himself in the position of that. I'm not saying Minshew's super slow by any means, but we all know that it's not a secret that Hurts is a better mobile quarterback than Gardner Minshew is. That's not a secret at all. So the way this team is set up going down the stretch with Jalen Hurts, this is their best recipe for success. Hopefully Jordan Howard can stay healthy because he hadn't before this game for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully he stays healthy. And this is the best recipe for success. This doesn't mean anything about what I think about Hurts down the road next year, 2-3 years from now. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm talking about right now. I'm excited for a playoff run. As simple as that, right? As simple as that. This recipe for success. And Washington, not the best team in the league. They're not terrible. They're not the Lions. They're not the Giants, but they are just right around league average. So, and with them expanding the playoffs, they're set up for a playoff run here. So, Ashley, also, get right into this whole thing about you said off the air about DeVonta Smith being a gadget player, and now you being an expert going to Alabama, being one of the best writers in the country. I'm gonna give you that right now. And yes, it's that time of the year. It's Christmas. I'm being extra nice, but I'm telling the
Time
truth.
out. Time out.
Go
I
ahead. Go
am
ahead.
not.
Just go ahead. Talk
I
about this. Talk about this. Let's go.
I am not one of the best writers in the country. I am still working on my craft. But yes, I guess gadget guy is not like the best term for it, but he was used in very, very different packages last night. Having him line up as a blocker, having him do different looks and draw different attentions to himself. And it's quite what Sirianni did with DeVonta yesterday reminded me a lot of what Steve Sarkisian did with him, who is now the coach at Texas, did with DeVonta last year during the Natty title run. And using DeVonta, whether DeVonta was getting the ball or not, DeVonta was being used in some sort of an important role in the play. Of course, all 11 people on the field have an important role in the play, but like DeVonta was like drawing the eyes of the defense. And I think that could be really vital going into the rest of the season. Season. It's, these are tough divisional games, and you're going to have to figure out crafty ways to come out with a victory. And last night, they figured out a crafty way by using Miles Sanders in the passing game. You had Darius Slay, Slay, on the field as a receiver. You had DeVonta Smith lining up as a blocker. And you saw these plays kind of work. And so I don't mind DeVonta being used as like in different packages. It works. It's worth it. You're going to have to get creative against these defenses coming up. I mean, sure, they're not great defenses, but like these are division games. Like they're going to play your best because everybody's trying to get a spot. Like Washington's still trying to get a spot. We're still competing with the Vikings, and the Dallas is trying to lock up the division. So these teams are going to come to play. Whether Dallas has a division lock by the time they come to Philly on January 9th, that's neither here or there. But they're still going to play their best game, whether it's locked or not. It's a divisional game, so you got to get creative. And I kind of like the fact that Nick Sirianni is getting creative at this time.
Yeah, and again, like I can't really find a way to disagree with you. The way this team is set up right now for success for the rest of the season. Yeah, if I'm with you on that. Look, you watched DeVonta play since he's been in Alabama. I know you've watched him very closely. And I can't disagree. That's what he's got to do if he's gonna have 3 to 5 catches a game. And be used in different packages, whatever. That's fine. But again, down the road. You're gonna. I want DeVonta Smith to be one of the best wide receivers in football.
Of course,
we know he has.
I don't think this is a permanent solution. I think this is going to be for Nick Sirianni is kind of doing what he did with Pascal in Indianapolis, figuring out different ways to get DeVonta involved in the offense to figure out his strengths and then extrapolate on those strengths later on in the years, because he did the same thing with Pascal. Pascal wasn't a great catcher coming out of the draft, but he was good at blocking. And so he used that to an advantage, and now Pascal has become a reliable catcher. Now, DeVonta is like a perennial talent. He was a first-round talent, top 10 pick, Heisman winner. But there are still some things that he has to figure out because Nick Sirianni never coached DeVonta Smith before. And, of course, you would like to have that figured out now. But, hey, better late than never. And if we're still trying to figure out what DeVonta Smith's strengths are come next year, we need to have a discussion about that, because this is what this year is for. Trying to figure out what kind of players you got, and then seeing what you can do and build off of going forward. This is it's very much a rebuild test year. We trying to figure out what we're going to do as an offense, and you just got to be patient with it. But this is not a long-term solution. But I like that Nick Sirianni is willing to be creative, especially with these very important divisional games coming up. Whether we make a playoff run is up to them. Quite honestly, I'm just here for a ride. I'm here for a ride.
I agree. But they're set up for it right now. We have New York this week. This should be a win. You never know in the NFL, but this should be a win.
Should be. So you should have swept them, but
Agreed. I mean, who knows what's going to happen next time we play Washington again? So let's just take it week by week, though. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this week's Run Check. Thank you all for watching, as always. We will be back next week, I think, on our normal schedule. But who knows with the holidays, but we think we should be back on schedule. So thanks everybody for watching. For Francisco Rojas, for Ashlee Woods, we will see you guys next time. Go Birds!
Have a Merry Christmas. Go Birds.
That's it.